There once was a guy from Gwinnett who one day would grow up to be a monster. But not just any monster, a trench monster. He's now back for year 5 and he's ready to eat. 91 does the dirty work but stays clean. He's taking a 30-minute timeout from the trenches to take your questions. And so live from Tallahassee, it's time for In the Coop with Robert Cooper. That's right. That's
yes,
right.
Sir.
Yes, sir. We got Coop in the house. Coop, who you got with you this week?
Yes, sir. I got Malcolm Ray with me. Yes, definitely sir. One from the trenches. So definitely grateful to have my guy here with me.
Mr. 305. Malcolm, thanks for being here, man. How's it feel to be 1-0, man?
It feels great. It's an amazing feeling.
Yeah. Coach talked about today during the press conference. You guys went out and did what you had to do, but he wanted you guys to dominate that game. I mean, did you guys talk at all about trying to dominate Duquesne, or was it just about getting in and out and getting a win?
No, to me, it was more just, putting everything together, everything that we done worked on through fall camp, spring practice, everything in between, just putting it all together and, being able to, put it all together on a stage like that, this first game. And, it didn't really matter the opponent, just making sure everybody been, putting out everything that we been working on.
All right, right on. A reminder, everybody, if you're feeling generous, we really highly recommend you guys going over to risingspear.com. Visit the website. You can set up either a one-time gift or a monthly recurring gift. Risingspear.com, helping to get these student athletes the best possible experience as Florida State student athletes through their generosity. So super chats are closed off for these shows. If you want to do anything that's really cool for these guys, go on over. It says risingspear.com. Hook it up, set it up maybe once big time payment, or you can go ahead and do it over several months. They're supporting over 100 FSU athletes across 9 different sports. Do you guys know who's on the schedule this weekend? You guys know this game, right?
Yes, sir. This is definitely actually every game is a big game, but the big game of the week is, these guys down there in Louisiana.
Did Coach at any point last week say the letters LSU? I mean, I know it's always about Duquesne, but did he have to tell you guys, like, listen, we all know what's coming up, or does he not have to say that?
No, to me, even throughout the way, it was, nothing really said. We was always focused on our, first opponent, which is, was a Duquesne, and, how we was going to handle that. But no, we really didn't speak on LSU last week.
All right. Let's take questions from our fans here on YouTube. Again, hit the thumbs up if you could as well before you head to risingspear.com. We'll start with you, Malcolm, and then Robert, you can answer as well. Listen, man, Coop, Coop likes to eat, but there's more to Robert Cooper than just eating food and collapsing the pocket, everybody. But where did you eat after the win on Saturday, Malcolm?
I went to Whataburger after the win.
What did you get? What's on the order?
Yeah, I forgot. What did I get? Oh, a cheeseburger and large fries.
Okay. Not too bad. Not much of a splurge, huh?
Some slight.
Okay. What about you, Coop?
Now me, I took a trip to Buffalo Wild Wings. And it must be, it's gonna be crazy to say this, but I went there, didn't get no wings. I ended up getting me a burger with some fries, but hey, you can go to a wing spot, get you a burger, but that's what I did, with the family, and enjoyed it.
It's like going to Red Lobster and ordering a steak.
Oh,
no,
they said it was like an hour wait for the wings, so it was already late, so we wasn't finna wait another hour for no wings. So might as well just get a little burger. You can't go wrong with a good burger.
Malcolm, we need to get your opinion on this. It's very important here on the program. We need to make sure we're all aligned together here. Alignment's a very important thing. Boneless wings are boneless wings chicken nuggets, or chicken nuggets boneless wings?
I say
before you answer. All right, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go
ahead. I say chicken nuggets.
But here's my thing: if you were like Aslan, I'll do the Coop show, but I want you to bring me 10 chicken nuggets, and I showed up with like 10 boneless wings from a Wingstop, from a Buffalo Wild Wings, wouldn't you be disappointed? Wouldn't you think that was bringing you, I don't know, like Zaxby's chicken fingers almost?
I mean, I wouldn't be disappointed because to me it's kind of the same thing. I would say.
All right. I like you, Malcolm. I'm not going to say you're right or wrong. I like you, but I think we're just going to have to disagree on this one. Respectfully. Let's see what we got here. You guys want to? I mean, I think Coach Fuller's got this covered, but William McMillan wants you guys to whisper in Coach Fuller's ear to tell him to put a spy on the quarterback the whole game. I think he'll be fine, but just in case it comes up in the meetings, you guys can let him know.
Yeah, we'll be just fine. We're gonna have good force spies. You know, the front line, and like I said, we will be good.
All right, ace teamer, Mr. Cooper. You've been in the program for a number of years. What's the biggest difference between the team when you got here and where we're at right now?
From when I first got here in 2018, like I said, I feel like the main difference is just how together everybody is. I'm not saying the teams before we was all split up, but I just feel like it's different. Now just how close everybody is and how we all understand what's in front of us and what we need to do to get those things, and just how hard we're willing to work for each other and hold each other accountable to all the things that coach expects out of us and what we expect out of each other. So I feel like that would probably be the biggest difference in these teams.
What about you, Malcolm? I mean, you didn't just get here yesterday, man. You've been here for a couple of years now too, man. What have you seen as some of the bigger differences from when you first got to campus to where Florida State's at right now?
I would say for us, it's a bond. Like, we all came together. We were like much closer than we ever been. That's what I would say. The bond here.
I don't know. R. Wilmer, wondering how the meeting went yesterday, and also walk us through what Sundays are for you guys when you have a Saturday game. Was the meeting yesterday, was it an upbeat sort of spirit for you guys?
I would say it was just, of course, we coming off a good start win, and those Sunday meetings are always mainly about just the the overview of the game, and to harp on the good things we did and the bad things that needs some fixing, and also just getting ready for the game upcoming. So we definitely did some starts on LSU, and so that's really how it went for us.
So do you guys watch film and then go out in the field and correct those actual mistakes from the games, or is it a different kind of workflow?
You kind of hit it right on the head. Just we always start off with meetings about either the past game and harp on the different mistakes we made, and then that goes to the field, work on those mistakes that we made and correct them different ways we can, and that's about it.
All right. Johnny Buckets again taking time away from the hardwood to come talk to you gentlemen. We'll start off with you, Malcolm. Did the wet playing conditions affect you guys at all? And then maybe not so much the conditions, but at least the delay, right? That was about an hour and a half delay. Did any of that have an effect on you, Malcolm?
No, not really. We were just bought into paying attention to the little details. Like, we was ready for this because all through summer we did with little situations that prepared us for the moment.
What about you, Coop?
Really, I like Malcolm said, we always harp on adversity, and that was just we were stuck in adversity right there. Game was supposed to start at 5. You got a weather delay holding it back, and we always preach those type of moments, how we're going to respond to those type of moments. So when that moment came up and about the weather delay, it wasn't no surprise. It was just something we had to respond to. So it wasn't. I don't think it affected anybody. Definitely didn't affect me.
Did not, because you graded out second best out of the entire defense. True or false, Robert? Derek McClendon was jumping around and hollering like a wild man during the rain delay to keep everybody on their toes and keep them ready.
Yeah, I'll say it's true. I mean, it wasn't just him. It was a good amount of guys, just because like I said before, we always, Coach Norvell always harps on responding in adverse situations. So when the rain delay came up, we was trying to find different ways to help us respond to like you said, D-Mac jumping around, getting guys riled up during this little period where we ain't doing nothing. And so just keeping everybody intact. So I'll say that's true, along with some others. But yeah, that's about it.
All right. Speaking of grades, let's go ahead. I want to pop this up real quick. Malcolm, you did very well as well. Seventh highest according here to Pro Football Focus. In case you wondered how this all works out here, does this line up about the way that, I don't know if Odell does it individually for you guys or Coach Fuller does it for you guys as an entire defense, but does that look about right and fair to where you guys are at defensively?
Yeah, yes, sir. I'll say that. We really don't look much into it, but I'll definitely say this is about right.
All right. Let's see what I got all these sort of crazy numbers here. What else we got for you guys? Gave you an assist. Let's see here. What did Malcolm have here? Malcolm had an assist. They gave you guys one assist. I mean, where the tag? Come on, Pro Football Focus, got it together. All right, moving things along here. Back to YouTube. Seeing what the folks want to ask Coop here on In the Coop. Again, if you're just joining us, we don't have super chats open. If you want to support the guys, you want to support the Florida State football program, we highly encourage you to go over to risingspear.com. Wesley Todd asked, Big Coop, when you race Coach Norvell, are either of you yelling anything at each other?
I'll say yes, because it's not all the times. Some days I don't know if you noticed, some days we're not right next to each other. I'll be right here, he'd be somewhere down there close to the sideline. But definitely while we're running, he'll say some things or anything just to throw me off or something. But most of the talking is at the end. So winner always talks, but like I said, we always go back and forth with it. But just to answer your question, no, it's never a silent race, never no quiet race. Somebody's gonna be talking. It's either him, me, or both of us.
Malcolm, I don't pay attention to the races all the time, but I don't know if I've ever seen you run interference for Coop. Can you set a pick for our guy?
Of course, I can set a pick anytime, any day, anytime. Yeah,
good stuff.
Malcolm definitely one of the fastest.
I've seen Patrick Payton, speaking of guys down in Miami, I saw Patrick Payton taking one for the team, trying to get Coop a dub a few weeks back. That was good. The young guy knows what to do. Awesome Flowers asking, are you guys excited to watch college football on Saturday since you're playing on Sunday? Are there any games you're going to try to maybe watch on Saturday? I don't know I'm sure you guys are traveling on Saturday, but is there any football games? Do you guys try to watch games when you get the chance to?
Yeah. I definitely, I enjoy watching some football. It's not definitely no certain games that I'm most anticipated to watch, but like I said, it's always exciting when college football season comes back around. Just even though if you're not playing, there's always some great games that's on that you can either learn from, enjoy. It's all kind of things. But I'm definitely excited to watch some this Saturday.
All right, Malcolm, you first. Who's the biggest trash talker on the team?
I have to say Lloyd.
Lloyd Willis. He looks so just very level-headed and just very kind of go with the flow, but he chirps.
You would be surprised.
Okay, I believe you. What about you, Coop?
Biggest trash talker. I have to say Verse. I'd say Verse is probably the biggest trash talker, but like I said, it's never no hate. It's just always all love. But yeah, I definitely have to say that.
Seminole Wind, 8792. What do you guys think about the football-only facility that'll be hopefully breaking ground on it here soon? Coop, you're probably going to be in the league. They might ask you to write a check to help fund the thing. But when do you guys look at any of those sort of photos and renderings they have of that and how cool it's going to be?
I seen some of the photos, especially when it was, first, getting out there that it was going to be made. But like you said, I only seen photos, and I think they still got some. I think they got some updated photos down in the lobby. But just looking at the photos, it looked like it's going to be, something great, very convenient for, the football team, just helping us, get to where we need to go.
There we go. Z Chan DMD asking, love the energy on Saturday, guys. Does the win on Saturday help validate what you have felt about where you are as a team? I will yell loudly on Sunday, he says.
Definitely, I think so. Just, where I thought we was at a team, before the game, I thought we was all ready to, put on display what we've been working on. And I think we definitely did that coming out, leaving that game. And, definitely we had some things we got to correct and, some little things that got to be harped on. But overall, I think it did, help validate, how I felt, where this team is and where we're going.
We got Ms. Carol Palalis. Congratulations on the home opener with that awesome Seminole victory. Who broke the rock?
Well, Trayshawn Ward broke the rock. One of the three-headed monsters. I can't be no argument with that. It could have went three different ways, but we definitely were happy that Trayshawn got the opportunity to break the rock, which is something that he deserved. Anybody could have deserved it really, but I think he was probably the most worthy.
All right. Were there any tomahawks given out? Will we see some decals on your guys' helmets coming up here? Talking about these things, man. These things. Man.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure. Matt gonna have some too, but there were definitely some tomahawks given out. It's something you're going to see. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of it on on Sunday, but definitely has some guys get some tomahawks off this past game.
All right. Our guy Kyle. Our guy Kyle, get down or lay down, is asking if you could have one building, Malcolm, for both of you. But we'll start with Malcolm. If you could have one building named after you on campus, what would it be? Would it be a weight room? Would it be, you want the library? Are we going to call it the Malcolm Ray, instead of the Strozer Library, we'll call it the Malcolm Ray Library? What is something on Florida State's campus you'd want named after you? Maybe even a street. Oh, think big, Malcolm.
You said, now I lost you in the first part of the question, so you mind?
No, I'll pop it up on the screen there. They're asking if you guys could have one thing on the campus named after you. What would it be? Like, I'd want a street. I would just want a street like Aslan Way, and just be like just a beautiful road, just a beautiful road or something. What would you guys want? You want a statue? You want the weight room named after you? What do you want?
Me personally, if I had to, to name one building, it'll have to be the weight room. That's just something I've been in the weight room almost my whole life. So I definitely did some, great thing, in my opinion, in the weight room. So I definitely have to choose the weight room.
Malcolm?
I would say a statue.
All right.
I would have to take the statue.
Nobody went with the Fig. The Fig is an iconic building.
No. You can't mess with that name. We're gonna have to leave it at the Fig.
All right, let's see here. Ryan Williams, I guess he refers to you guys as the front porch in the trenches. What do you guys feel like the front porch did best during the first game? And what are you guys going to try to work on this week the most?
I feel like the best thing, we did during the first game was everybody definitely did great with their, their techniques. The thing that Coach Odell been preaching to us all, ever since before the season, just all the things from our first step to our punch to, how we move our first step. I feel like that's what we did, best during the game. And I think the one thing we could improve on is, definitely transitioning, the pass, even though they, I had a lot of quick balls but I just feel like that's something that can be worked on, just transitioning in the pass rush.
Saturday was a lot of base. True or false?
Yeah, false.
Okay. All right. Eric Angel's asking, we'll start with you, Malcolm. Who's your favorite NFL team, guys? And you start with you, Malcolm.
For me, since I'm from Miami, I'm going with the Dolphins.
Okay. All right. Tua and Tyreek. See if they can finally make something happen.
Come on.
Well, me right now, I don't have a favorite, but I was, at first I was Baltimore Ravens just because, that's when Ray Lewis was there towards the end of his career. So, after he retired, I was following Cam Newton for a long time, and so I was a Carolina Panther fan. So it was between those two, and that's about it, really.
Okay, very good. All right. I think Devontae Love Taylor, you guys, a teammate last year. His favorite team growing up, you said, was the Panthers. So
you gotta love them.
Let's see here. Ingvar, he's over in Russia. How do you guys react to coach's criticism when he criticizes you very much during a game? I mean, you got to have thick skin to play for Odell Higgins, I imagine, right?
Well, it's always, every coach wants the best for you. So, even, you never listen to, how it's being said. You just listen to what's being said. So, when either Coach Norvell or Coach Odell, criticizes on, different mistakes that we made, they also help you learn how to correct it, different ways. So, to me, I take it as learning, so, it's nothing to get down on. So that's about it.
Eric's back asking who's the funniest player on the team or funniest player on the team, guys.
Break it down.
You right here. Sit right next to him.
Who's second, Coop?
Well, I really, honestly, you really can't. I feel like you can just make a list because it's just we got so many different guys that's just so funny. There's always got the locker room laughing. Different players laughing. It's just so many. But me, if I had to just put one up there, I'd definitely have to say D-Mac.
Okay. Really? I thought D-Mac was he was GQ. I thought he'd be like the best dressed.
No, D-Mac, yeah, he gets serious. Don't get me wrong, but he can't. He definitely funny now. He can't. You got to put him in that list somewhere.
What about our guy Mastro from Australia, the punter?
He's one of those guys that he's funny, but he's not trying to be funny. I mean, sometimes I'll talk to him and he'll say something so serious, but I just laugh sometimes because it's just how his delivery, and he's definitely a good guy to be around though, for sure. At the end of the day.
All right. Garrett asking, when are you guys heading to Louisiana? What's your guys' travel itinerary here?
I'll say we should be leaving, Saturday or Friday night. That's probably be my best guess.
All right, there we go.
Usually you leave a day before.
So the head coach at LSU, he announced pretty much everything, his starting offensive line and all that stuff, but he didn't announce his starting quarterback. Does the uncertainty at quarterback change the way you guys are gonna have to prepare for the game? Do you think?
No. It's going into every game is it's always more about us. So it's more of just making sure we're coming in with full confidence, ready to execute at all levels. And so just, we're going to prepare how we always prepare for every game, just making sure that, everything's on track, everything's ready to go, and everybody's ready to go.
In the spirit then of this upcoming game, we'll go to Steven, the field goal kicker, apparently. I don't know, that's Steven FG. Who on the D-line can eat the most So basically, a beignet is just basically like a fancy funnel cake, guys. It's really what it is. It's delicious, though. Who can throw it down the most?
I had to think on that one.
Give me Fable. Give me Fable. Yeah, Fable. Fable likes sweets.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, I can see Fable taking down about 15 of those.
Jeez. All right. We should have had Fabian in the background the whole time, just eating beignets for the show, get us for LSU game. Jess B asking, who's the strongest player on the team, Coop?
We got a lot of strong people. It's just different lifts. But if you ask me, I'll say Steven. Steven is probably our pound for pound most strongest player. He's about, I say around 230, 240, but he's lifting with me. He in the same rack, and we're definitely around close to doing the same weight. So I'll definitely say Steven.
Malcolm, what's your money lift, man? You a bench guy? You squat? You power cleans? What's your money move?
You see arms.
I would go with bench.
Okay. What would you rep? Like what were you repping like 3-4 weeks ago?
3-4 weeks.
I mean, I don't know, because I imagine now with the season being in full force, that you guys probably aren't lifting nearly as heavy, or let us know kind of what you guys do during the season when it comes to lifting.
When it comes, you said, what we do lifting now?
Yeah.
Now, it's more just recovery. Nothing, too crazy. Just something that's, keep us, ready to practice, ready to, play our best. They're not laying off. It's, you know, we're always going to get that work in either way. That's the best way to put it. You know, we're always going to get that work in. So definitely on some challenging days, but you know, definitely helping us get our body back at the same time too. Some light.
Malcolm, how many times can you get like 265 up?
265, I would say probably 5.
Okay. Okay. All right. Strong. Let's see here. Terry Boyd says, play hard, boys. Stay safe. Go Noles. Do you have a goal of playing a certain amount of snaps per game?
No, there's no goal of a certain amount of snaps playing. It's, you know, we're going to play until the last whistle blow. I mean, it could be at 90 plays, 100, 80, 70, 30. You know, at the end of the day, as long as the job is done and, you know, the game is all over, that's all that counts.
Coop, do you have like a good feel for what, you know, Coach Fuller and Coach Hagan's want out of you in terms of, I don't know, every down guy, but in terms of like, you know, what they want to be able to get out of you in terms of just the volume of snaps, or does it really just come down to how the game is going to play out?
It really just comes down to, you know, how the game is going to play. Just, you know, we all know just, you know, how much weight I done dropped to, you know, be able to take more plays. But like I said, it always going to come down to, you know, how the game's going. But definitely in a shape to, you know, play more snaps than I had before.
I'm going to alter this question because I think all the guys on the team are smart, so I wouldn't be surprised by any of them. But Malcolm, if like, who is the smartest dude on the team? Like, if you needed help on an exam, like who's the phone a friend you would want to help you out on an exam?
I will lean towards more of Leonard.
Okay. Well, he should be. He's been here for 7 years. He should know everything inside and out, our guy. We love 35, though. We love Leonard. I had Leonard on my top 40, everybody. What about you, Coop? Who's on the team that you would need to you'd want to be able to phone a friend to help you out on a quiz?
Like Malcolm said, Leonard is definitely one of the smartest guys on our team. Like, you know, like you said, we have a lot of smart guys, but Leonard is definitely, you know, I'd say one of the smartest guys on our team.
Approaching the top of the hour here, everybody, winding things down. Again, if you're in the generous giving mood, we recommend going to risingspear.com. They are supporting over 100 Florida State athletes across 9 different sports. Head over to the website. Oh, there we go. Now we can see your guy's face. It was like you guys were in the FBI, and they were like blurring your face out. So we couldn't see like the anonymous sources that were talking to us. But head over to risingspear.com. You can set up a one-time gift, or you can set it up as a recurring donation to the program. So Lamar Calhoun asked a good question. How hard is it to study for a team that you haven't seen them play a game yet this season, guys?
To me, I don't think it's, you know, I mean, of course, going to be some challenges, of course, without them having a game played so far. But to me, it's not really going to be that hard because I just look at, you know, what kind of people I'm going to be going against. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's really not that hard, you know, to study LSU without them playing the game yet. But definitely going to have a little challenges to it.
Let's see here. Jess B asked, Malcolm, do you model your game after anybody? You're saying Warren Sapp, but we don't want to say that we're trying to tailor our game around a guy from the Miami Hurricane. But is there anybody out there that you try to model your game after?
I would say Ray Lewis.
Well, it's another Miami guy. Well, I mean, guys, you know, you're a Miami guy. I get it. But you're Florida. You're Nole-blooded. That's all that really matters. What about you, Coop? Is there anybody you try to emulate your game after?
No, it's not always just one person. You know, I like to get a little mix from, you know, different people. I like to get a little mix from Fletcher Cox, a little some McKinney Clark, a little bit of, you know, a little bit of Nick Fairley. It's just, you know, you can take, you know, it's a lot of great D tackles out there that you can, you know, take different things from because, I mean, you know, everybody's different, so you can't be just like somebody. But, you know, I like to take a little bit out of, you know, some people.
Nick Fairley, strong reference, Coop. Look at you. You know your dudes. If you guys were that's the line, where would you want to be on the field?
Me? Oh no, let Matt go. Matt. Who would you play?
I would say running back.
Okay.
I got to go with running back. Have to. Okay. Come on, I got good vision. I can see the field.
If I wasn't playing D-line, I think I would probably be one of the best quarterbacks in the game. if not one of the best quarterbacks, one of the best receivers, one of the best linebackers. Yeah, I feel like I'm an ATH. You know, if I didn't play D line, I'll be a great ATH. You can put me anywhere on the field.
All right. Like you're the putty guy. Just put wherever.
Yeah, nickel, punter, kicker.
Our guy Chris here is from Perry, Georgia. He's a smoke master, barbecue guy. What's your favorite cut of meat when it comes to barbecue?
Go ahead, Mal.
You go first.
Me?
I can't get that.
Me, off of barbecue, any kind of meat. I'm going with steak either way. I mean, you can throw a steak on the grill. I'm gone. That's probably the best thing that you can get.
What kind of steak? Filet mignon, what do you want? Porterhouse, ribeye?
You know, I'm not too picky. You know, as long as we got a good juicy steak, about medium rare, we'll be just fine.
All right. What's your favorite what's your favorite barbecue, Malcolm? What do you got to have?
With steak.
Okay. All right.
Anything filet. It doesn't matter really.
What's your favorite sports movie, gentlemen?
Woo. Man, you know, there's a lot of sports movies out there, a lot of good ones, but me, I mean, you're gonna have to go with the original. Remember the Titans.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
I feel like you just can't go wrong with Remember the Titans. You know, that's definitely one of the first movies I remember seeing, and you know, there's definitely other great sports movies out there, but I have to go with Remember the Titans. I don't know, Malcolm probably got something different, but.
Last one, guys. We'll get you out of here. Who's your favorite guy to go up against in practice on the offensive line?
It's a lot. You got Maurice, Meach, who else? Zane. It's a list. They all compete, so that's who I like to go against.
Me, my favorite guy to go up against in practice. You know, I think I kind of harped on this last episode, but you know, I definitely Reese. You know, Reese, we always gonna get the best out of each other. You know, Big Gibbs. You know, he can't go wrong going against a experienced offensive lineman like that who done. You know, and honestly, every single one of them. I mean, they're all learning. You know, when you're learning from guys like, you know, Givens and you know Reese just leading the way and. You know, everybody's on the same page. You know, they're all. I love going against every single one of them because they all getting better, and it's going forcing me, Mal, everybody to get better. So,
I think we're only going to do these when you guys have a game week. Next week, you guys are off.
Yes, sir.
But I don't know, maybe if you beat LSU, we can con you into coming back on, Coop.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Definitely get it up and going.
Very well, awesome. All right, these guys have been awesome to chat with. Malcolm Ray, Robert Cooper in the Coop right here on Warchant.com. Again, if you love this program, which you probably do because you sat here for 30 minutes and watched us chop it up, head over to risingspear.com and you can give back to the program, give back to these guys and numerous student athletes at Florida State University across 9 different sports. Going to risingspear.com. So check them out. Gentlemen, we appreciate it, Coop. We'll catch up later. Malcolm, thanks for stopping by, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you. We definitely appreciate you.
That's right. All right. That's another edition of In the Coop in the Books, everybody. Have a great one.
Yes, sir.